This is the new normal podcast.
Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the New Normal Podcast. You know, I'm your host, Easy. You know, it looks a little different right now. You know, we got the black
Here we go. Here we go. You know, starting already.
If 50,
Disrespect starting early.
I'm just saying that, you know, if 50 grew up on the West Coast, right?
He said this is a big rich town.
Excuse me? Yeah, he did, you know. You know, I got, you know, one of my longest friends in the building.
Years.
Too many years, too many situations.
For real.
You know, he didn't want to show his eyes because, you know, the man, if the man sees his eyes, you know, I don't know. It's nighttime and he's still wearing sunglasses, but it's, you know, it's good old. Should I say governments or
Nah,
you know?
no, we're not doing that. Street names.
Well, before sixth grade or like or after high school, like.
Nah, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it to the simple way.
All right. This is my man Burgs over here. You know, I just want to welcome him to the show. You know,
What's going on?
You know, let me give you some applause. Yeah, you know, we've been trying to get him on for the longest, but you know,
longest.
You know, he's our celebrity, you know, barber over here. You know,
He's the hot shot.
Yeah, so you know, he be doing his
Go
thing.
time.
But you know, so you know, of course we have our regular member, you know, Miss Sophie over there, you know, and I'm really gonna just keep fucking with her because she hates when I'm saying this, but you know, this is my dog, you know, Miss Snacks.
Really?
I mean, you know, you want to clarify for everybody?
It's Torin, like Lauren, but with a T.
Yeah, but with a T.
With a T.
But you know, before we start, you know, I just wanna the people, you know, you don't see Janelle right here, you don't see Sean, you know, they sick with COVID, so you know we're gonna pour a little, you know,
Drop on real quick for the whole
exactly,
mix. Yeah,
you know.
no.
But you know, health, wealth,
and self.
yeah.
And selfies.
But just as Janelle was saying, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,
Yes.
and share. And let us know in the comments how y'all feel about these episodes and what y'all want to hear next.
But you know, before we start with our episode, you know, me and Bergs, you know, we have that history. We're not gonna get into our history because
We definitely not.
it's too many
Too many story times. Too many
you know, that would be
adventures.
the episode right there. So you know, we're not gonna get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But Miss Snacks over here, right? Do you wanna like mention how we met, or like you cool with it?
You can take the floor.
Nah. The floor's yours, miss.
So, for my friend's birthday, she wanted to go to exit 11. So, he was sitting there, and this nice gentleman walks up. He sits next to me, and the strippers start to come. And I'm sitting there, and I look, and he's getting groped by one of the strippers. I was like, wait. So I'm like, am I supposed to be watching this right now? Like, am I intruding? Is this? I'm like, wait, I can't look. So I kept turning around. Like, wait a second. After the first one, I was like, all right. The second one, the third one, I'm like, now I'm curious. I'm looking like, well, what's going on over here?
This sounds like my birthday on crack.
A little bit.
So, okay.
Yeah. And then she stole my hookah. And then from there, you know, she was like, oops, my bad. So then we just was like, all right, you know, we just started cracking on the strippers. One stripper fell, like looked like she broke her ankle.
Oh man.
You know, another one lost her weave. Like it was a ratchet night.
Oh, and
you
then
know,
the rapper. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, then the
The
niggas
YouTube
started
rapper.
rapping. You know, it was one of them nights. It was definitely one of them nights. But that's how we kind of met, and then been cool ever since. So here, partner. But anyway, let's get into the topic, right? So, this hasn't happened to me. This has happened to me once or twice. But I'm just wondering, like, what would you do, or let's rephrase it, because Burgs, this is not a question for us. This is a question for them, for the females over here. Sophie, Miss Snacks. So, how many times have you entered your significant other's house with an overnight bag, with an unexpected overnight bag?
You want to go first?
Nah, you go first.
I would say, for me, I've never done it because I'm the type of person, I don't like that awkward moment of, well, am I staying? Am I not? I read the confirmation before
Okay.
coming. So I'd rather know ahead of time than sit here look stupid and like, well, what we finna do next? Like, am I staying? Am I not?
Word.
Like, I don't know.
I think distance plays a part, and also
That's true too. That's a
if
good
she drives or not plays a part.
I mean, in this day and age, if you messing with a chick that don't got no wheels, I'm looking at you a little
If
sideways.
she live in the city, she might take the train.
All right,
Exactly.
that's the
So
city.
that's-
But if we're talking about we live in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
So unless you live in New York or Philly, you gotta have a car. You gotta be able to
I can see you living in like Jersey City, Hoboken, stuff like that without a car.
So you just want to argue.
No, I'm just saying.
But that's a good point. That's a good point. It is like
I mean,
hypothetically,
okay. If we're living up north Jersey,
No.
yeah.
Also, another factor, I guess, would be time. What time is she getting there?
Yeah.
You gonna kick out at 4:00 in the morning? Like, all right, thank you.
I mean,
See
it
you
depends
later.
on
Like,
it depends on the relationship though, right? Nah.
Definitely depends on the relationship.
Because if you get there at 4:00 in the morning,
You already know what it is.
I'm taking you to Pound Town, and then after that, exit stage left.
But I also feel like it depends on the relationship. Like if y'all in a relationship, like I shouldn't have to question whether or not I'm bringing an overnight bag.
But
if
if
this
y'all
is
not in
just a sneaky link,
Yeah.
like somebody that I'm messing with on the side, then,
Straight sneaky links. Straight sneaky links, all that.
well, then if that's the case, yeah, I need to know ahead of time. Like regardless, you never. I don't like leaving things up to assumption because you never know what that other person's intentions are. Because they could be that asshole. Like,
Yeah.
okay, come over, we gonna hit it, and then yeah, you gotta go.
You come out the
Like,
bathroom, they like, all right,
so text me when you get home safe. Like, let me know you good.
you don't even get a response back either. Like, wait,
Why is he an asshole? Just because he want to go back to sleep.
He's not an asshole because I'm just saying, like, at least make it.
That was a good question, though. I have to say that was a good question.
It was, but I'm just saying, at least let it be known what's happening rather than because you don't want that person assuming things. So if she's assuming that she's staying and you're assuming that she's leaving, it leaves that awkward moment where it's like,
All right, I was always taught that when you assume, the first thing you do is make an ass out of yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you're assuming that you're spending the night, you already look like an ass. I'm not assuming nothing. When guests come over my house, guests usually leave. Mm-hmm. So that's what I know about guests.
let it be known. When you're going to Burns' house, if you're coming over, you're also leaving too. Okay, you got to go.
But that's if you're a sneaky link, though. If there's something already established. So have you, Miss Snacks over here, have you done anything like that?
No, honestly, no. I do when I know I'm about to go set up something. I have like a little bag, but it's not like a overnight bag. But that's your toothbrush, your little mouthwash, sometimes a scarf, because I can't mess up my curls, and my little things that I need for myself. But outside of that, no, I've never taken an overnight bag. This is a bag that I know that once this is just for that. I need my band, my scarf, put it on.
I feel like we
That's
need.
to get through the night, though, right?
Yeah. No, not through the night, but through I mean,
That's overnight.
that's not through the night. But first of all, you're not messing up my curls. And you ain't messing up my hair. However my
So-
hair is, I need to wrap that up. Unless you want all this can too on your pillowcase.
Hold on. So we getting, we coming from the club, right? Mm-hmm. Coming from the club, you know what you coming over here for. We're clapping cheeks, right? Mm-hmm. You're trying to tell me in that whole process, and you drunk, that whole process, you worrying about some curls?
The first thing on her mind, like, I gotta protect my curls.
Because my thing is this. I would have thought like, oh, maybe you would have like a condom in there, making sure that like.
That's in there too.
Okay,
all
right.
You got some lube. You got just about anything you need.
Okay. That's
in
good.
case you never know how the night is going to go.
Yes, but
Plan
she's just
B.
letting you know.
Not a plan B.
Yeah, you gotta have that plan
If
B.
you got a plan B in your overnight bag, that is no longer overnight bag. That's a whole bag. That's a straight.
Times must have changed.
How is that a whole bag? You came over there, so she's just trying to protect herself.
That's definitely a whole bag.
Thank you. That's definitely a whole
I
bag.
congratulate sis for that. Like,
For having a plan B.
If sis met you at the club, if sis met you at the club,
yes,
and she hops in your car,
yes,
and you peer over, and she got a plan B, drop her ass off.
Yes.
Yo, I'm thinking that like she know what the deal is.
I'm looking at it like she's probably burning. If your first line of defense is plan B,
but we don't know if it's the first line.
She
if
is
there's a
toxic. That's toxicity
there might be
right there. Like
that's supposed to be locked over the counter. That's supposed to be like behind the counter.
yes, you have to ask associates.
First of all,
If you ride around with them shits like peppermint,
sometimes you gotta just make sure.
Just in case,
Exactly, you just gotta make sure that you no mistakes, no mistakes.
Hey, what about a condom first?
Well, for all the girls that got kicked out their cars because they had the plan B and they hold back, just hit up Ian because apparently he's accepting that.
I'm trying to be open minded about the situation.
If you're driving around with a plan B in your bag, that must mean
so what was plan A?
I'm saying, listen, if you got a plan B,
I have a question.
Hold on. You just driving around.
Hold on, burgs.
That means you just doing straight raw at this point. Like,
hold on. How many times you've done raw dog on a one night stand?
Hold on.
That's beyond the point. He's like, that's beyond the. Look at his face.
What we not gonna do? What we not gonna do?
No comment.
Kick my ass.
Just plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
Here's the thing.
Political, huh?
Here's the thing. Yeah, I'm Obama fingers now. Here's the thing.
Straight focus here.
If she is riding around with a plan B,
that's not what I asked you though.
Hold on.
But let him finish his statement. Let him finish his statement.
We are gonna do.
Exactly.
If she's riding around with a plan B.
Okay.
Number one, that means that she don't believe in condoms.
Neither do you.
She don't believe. Bitch. It's not what we discussed. When you invited me on this show, it's not what we discussed.
It's on the contract.
I signed it.
That's
You didn't
small
make me
print.
sign no NDA. But if she's riding around with a plan B, that means that she don't believe in condoms. She don't believe in pulling out. And not only that, she plans on like letting you bust in her regardless of who you are.
And can I add something? And they probably know her by her first name, her nickname, her stage name, and all of that at the clinic. If she's doing all of that. Because
we just assuming at this, but we don't know.
Yes,
but my thing is this: how many? I'm going off of you now, Sophie. How many times have you raw dogged?
Not with nobody I met at no damn club. Listen, to get to that point, there needs to be a certain. We had to have been doing this for a while. I need to understand who you messing with on the side.
So you never started off with a person
raw dog? Hell no. Okay. You know me and my body. I don't. I do not. I'm
all right. So
a quarterly tester.
I'm thinking that you never done that either.
No, I've
never started off. You never started off with a raw dog.
No, I never started off with a raw dog, but I definitely looked back one time and it was like, wait, where'd it go? Like, who told you to take? Wait, No. You gotta go. Bye.
But let's switch it up to Ian.
I feel like there's a lot of lies coming around.
Ian.
But,
Well, Ian, how many times have you brought a female home from the club and you raw dog?
how many times?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I don't bring females home from the club like that.
I just say this: liquor
Let me.
is a hell of a drug. Liquor.
I need to move over because just in case we're on lightning strikes for the
Liquor,
last one.
liquor can cause you to make some of the worst mistakes that you've ever thought you could make in life. Trust me. Trust and believe that. I've definitely, I'm not even gonna lie, like I've definitely hooked up with somebody in the first time and raw.
We know.
I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, like, would I do that now? Hell no. I don't move like that. But that was what, in my 20s, like.
I mean, consequences, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you thought you was invincible back then. And again, you assume. So had something would have happened, you'd have been looking like an ass. You can't assume, like, not, especially nowadays. You can't assume with nobody, like, that they getting a test or they messing with the one person or
that's
whatever.
facts,
You
that's
can't
facts.
trust
That
that.
is definitely fact.
So, you know, getting back onto topic, you know, because we're going to continue to fall off topic. But getting back onto topic, because, you know, since none of them, you know, done anything unexpected because they want, you know, reassurance that they can stay over. Why do you think, you know, a woman would do like a little, you know, unexpected drop by with, you know, the overnight bag?
I don't know. I feel like if a female's coming over, period, unless like it's always that assumption that something may happen. I feel like it's always good to have a bag in your car just in case, but it's not designated for because I know I'm going to your house, I need to bring a bag. It's like,
So it's going to be in your bag?
huh?
It's going to be in your bag.
Just like she said, I'm gonna make sure there's condoms, lubes, might be some toys. Like it's gonna be clothes for the next
On
day.
the first time?
Not for the first time. I'm just saying it's
So
it's like
so you're going to have toys just in the car, just on some prepared shit?
just in case.
Listen.
You never know. Like, but I'm just saying like
Fucking toys going to be
I
all
think
dusty.
for me as a
No.
man, if you came to my crib the first time or whatever, come to hook up and you bringing toys, that's a turn off.
I'm not bringing the toys out for the first time.
But if you, like,
I'm saying this is a bag for like,
I don't think you should bring toys to a guy's house. If you got them at your house when I come there, that's one thing.
but some
bring-
guys like that.
Some guys are gay too. I'm just saying, like,
Oh man, that was a good one.
That was a good one. But I hear that. I feel like, but you never know the person you're dealing with. I'm not honestly bringing it out the first time we met. I'm gonna see the type of person you are first.
Yeah, sexually, definitely.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna just.
So basically, you only bringing the toys out if the man is not performing at, you know, top level.
Good point. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because, you know, a lot of men have not yet understand that, you know, we need to get ours too. So, so if we're not getting ours, like, if you're not going to provide me with mine, I need to get mine. I'm going to get it one way or another.
You might as well just wait till you go home. That's why you're not supposed to stay the night.
yeah, there's no.
The night was meant for us.
I don't necessarily think that I would bring a toy just because I think that he's not performing right. It may be just to add a little spice to
The bed.
you know, to the situation. Sometimes, you know, just something a little different. You want to, you know, stimulate me a little bit more while you doing what you're doing. That's fine with me.
As Berg would say, and some
Okay.
niggas.
Listen, you might
Okay.
need a cock ring. You might keep. You know, so many different things out here.
what?
It's so many different toys out here.
What
I
did you
feel like you
just?
got like the cock ring that's gonna help you
The
keep
cock
up.
ring?
Yes, it's to,
You don't know what cock ring is?
Nah, I
you know,
mean,
you
I
got the
don't-
one with the little vibrator.
Do you
tip,
know
so
what
that hit
the-
right
yes.
spots, and it-
Do you
it's
know
gonna
what a
keep
cock
you
ring
right.
is?
It's
I
gonna.
think I do. I'm not.
I never,
100% sure.
Wow, you never.
I just never had, no.
We should have like we should have
sex night?
A toy night, like
Sex
just,
night.
Okay.
It's a sex toy.
Yeah, definitely. So you can definitely see, because it's not, the toys don't necessarily just benefit women.
Women, they have a lot of men toys.
Like not in that way though, but you know, like even with the cock ring, it's not necessarily just for the woman, but it's also going to keep you hard,
Yeah.
so you can last longer too. To keep, till I get mine.
Why is he looking at Black Panda?
Black ain't got nothing to do with this. All right?
Black Panda's like, don't look over here, my guy, because I can't help you. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, going back to the question you asked, Ian, I think sometimes a woman will bring an overnight bag to kind of send a message of like, I'm comfortable here.
That's a good
and
point.
we like, I'm different than these other chicks that may come through here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm staying, or they might even want to strategically leave something.
Yeah, I have that a lot. You know, I've had that a lot.
And there's times where you think like it was an accident, but it's strategic. And it'd be little things like a hair tie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be small stuff like that.
Because y'all
Like,
females know y'all do that.
like a lipstick, a lip gloss, an eyeliner.
eyeliner.
Something small that
I'm like, this ain't my bobby pin.
something small that you're not gonna be like, oh hey, you left this. You wanna
Yeah.
run out and grab this, but it's enough to, if somebody else was at your house and be like, yo, what's this?
Who the fuck is this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lashes are these? Like, why?
Now I had a chick that had her own like little lash line and like would legit leave her lash throughout my house. Like first it just started in the bedroom. Then all of a sudden it was in one bathroom, then another bathroom. Then I was finding them shits in the living room. I'm like, yo, what? Like, how many fucking lashes do you have? But I realized like she's just trying to, put her stamp on it. Like anybody come in here, they gonna know that like this is a grown ass woman in here. And you doing some things. So
And see, like men are different. Like we doing like 4 or 5 rounds to make sure we got everything. Like I don't want to leave nothing, no fingerprints. We wiping shit down. You know what I mean? But with women, it's like
yeah, because we
this
trying to
is
make
my
sure.
sign to him to let him know like I really want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, do you mind if I leave this here or?
But
you
at
know
that
what I mean?
point, it's no longer even a sneaky link. Because if you feel that comfortable, my thing is with a sneaky link, y'all already know the terms is set. This is what we're doing. This you call me, I call you. You coming over, I'm coming over, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Now, if you're talking to someone and y'all in the talking stages of dating, that's something different. But it's a sneaky link. They already know what it is because y'all
But
had that time.
some
You kinda
sneaky
have
links
I
don't
know
understand. Yeah, like some sneaky links don't understand. Like you really a sneaky link. Like they know that, but they don't want to be that. They trying to be more.
Feelings develop like, and it could be for multiple reasons. It could be because like the hookup is great, like the sex is good. It could be like they see potential in you. It could be that you got it going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's very convenient. We both get along. Like we could do what we do. We could sit up here and watch a movie and not beef. Like this is what I expect a relationship to be.
Why you watching movies with your sneaky link? You came over here.
Because they could be cool. They could
So
be
you can't have a cool sneaky link. It's just
like
sneaky
you
link.
have a sneaky.
Or one of your friends that became friends with, friends with benefit, basically.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Relationships always they always evolve and disintegrate at the same time, constantly.
Yeah.
Like every relationship. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could just be friends. Y'all could hook up once, be like, hey, we're never doing this again. Then the next thing you know, you hook up again and y'all like, yo, we really get along. Like I vibe with you, and then you evolve to something else. That's why, like, I mean, not to get off subject, but when people be like judging somebody off a first time hookup, like, oh, she's a hoe, oh, she's this, or he's a hoe, or he's that, oh, you haven't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really believe in that because you could, you know what I'm saying? That could potentially be your wife.
So I got
Or
a
that
question
could be your
though.
husband.
So I got a question. So would you wife up a one night stand?
Eventually, I could, yeah. I no problem with that.
Well, it wouldn't be a one night stand,
Yeah,
but like
if you end up wifing up.
somebody that you smashed the first night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I heard you say on the episode before, you said the first time you meet somebody, you're not looking at them saying, oh my God, you have a great personality. Yeah. The first thing you thinking is, damn, that motherfucker look good. Like, I would love to hit that. Or she looking like, damn, I wonder what he working with or whatever. So I mean, like that's natural human nature. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't look at a steak and be like, oh my God, 32 grams of protein. You're like, yo, I'm hungry. I'm gonna tear this shit up.
Like, I'm finna fuck this steak up.
So with that being said, it's like, who are you to say that a first time hookup can't evolve to something else? Or you are, listen, like that first time hookup could change your life.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Oh God.
Can I ask a question? Do you guys have an overnight bag?
No.
I mean, I have a bag, but I don't consider it an overnight bag. I consider it just in case bag, because I work. You know, my hours from where I work, I get off late. So if I'm gonna do something, you know, I gotta make sure that, like, especially if I'm going like north, like going to the city or whatever, I don't want to come all the way home. So I'll like shower at my job, do all that, and then like I have like a universal outfit that I can just get into anywhere with.
You got a bib, nigga? Like, you said, like, what you got, a motherfucking onesie? What you say?
I mean, I don't got I just got an outfit. I got some shoes. Like that was a thing. Like, you know, just making sure.
Does that bag come out your car?
Nah.
Exactly. So it's not an overnight bag.
That's what I said.
That's a part of your car.
Yeah. That's what I call it. It's a just in case bag.
If you take the bag out of your car and bring it in, then it's an overnight bag.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
And I think as a woman, I wouldn't do it either. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I might take some things out of it. Maybe I want to take one fresh pair of drawers out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like that. But I'm not gonna bring the whole bag into your home because, like you said, I'm not gonna assume that I'm gonna stay.
But not even that. Like, I think the point that he's trying to make is like that bag is not even going into my house. Like, there's an outfit. The only thing that's probably being switched out is, like you said, the underwear and stuff like that.
So it's not
if I do
as an overnight bag.
Yeah, if I do wear that outfit now is dirty, switch out the outfits that's in it and make sure I always have a clean outfit. But that bag is staying in my bag, like in my car. I'm not constantly.
And ladies, we're not having our overnight bag. Just sit in the car.
Yeah, I can, because if y'all have like makeup and all the other stuff, that shit gonna like melt during the summertime. Like, you can't do all that. Like for us, you know, I just got like an aerosol spray can for my deodorant aerosol spray. Bang, a little washcloth. You know,
I think every man has like some cologne.
Exactly.
Maybe a deodorant or a body spray.
It's the cheap cologne that like
something to throw on, and that's like just in case of emergency. Like I was just playing ball, but we got to hurry up and go over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not like I don't think no man unless she tells you, or unless you traveling across state lines, you not bringing a bag with you. In the sense of, I might spend the night with her, like.
But I don't feel like. I feel like this is just me. But I feel like if I do a good job, right? You know, if I do a good job in clapping the cheeks, she not gonna want me to leave.
She don't want to cuddle.
She gonna want to do something. She gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna put that thing to bed. You know, I was about to say the B word, but I'm doing better, y'all. I'm doing better. But I'm about to put that thing to bed. And then I'm gonna roll over.
So then I want to say, why can't it be the same way for the girl? Like, if you put it down, why? So because I bring a bag and that's making me think that, it makes you think that I'm automatically assuming. But what if I think like maybe he gonna put it down and I might need it. I might, just in case. You never know. But I might want to go in the back and refresh.
My thought, man. For men, I'm saying I'm speaking for men. Not all of them, but the ones I know. We want to leave because we don't want to give the impression it's more than what it is. When two people stay, then the impression that this is automatically it could be the first night and it could be like, yo, it's more than what it is. Even like her cuddling and like laying on your chest, because like we all been in that awkward moment where you wake up and they still sleep. And if you a girl, he got his arm around you, or if you a guy, she got her head on your chest, and you looking like, fuck, why am I? You like, fuck, I should have left. And you like, damn, I don't want to give him the wrong impression. Like, it was good, but I'm not really looking for nothing. Like, I just kind of was just having fun. Now you got to do all the explaining the next day. Like, so when a guy sees a bag, he's automatically gonna think like, damn, she trying to She trying to
trap
claim
me.
claim a spot, or like this is more than what it is.
But then, like when we was talking about like how do you wake up the next day, they lay on your chest. I've had a situation where I had like well, technically it wasn't a one night stand because we seen each other a couple times afterwards. But first night we met, he was attractive. I'm like, all right, let's go. You know, I'm down for the get down. And afterwards, I go to the bath. He goes to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. Take care of myself. I come out. So now I'm like, what do I do? Like, am I like? Are you expecting me to stay? Because I wasn't planning to stay. And then
before that awkward moment is like,
so I come out. He's in the bed, and I'm like, oh, all right. I guess I get up under the cover too then. Because at this point, you're not walking me to the door. So now you're assuming that I wanted to stay. Who's to say I wanted to stay?
So get up and go.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
just
I
saying,
would have
like,
just got.
To me, there's no shame in a woman being like, well,
Alright,
you know,
I'm
I got
out.
work in the morning, so I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna talk to you later.
Yeah.
I didn't really mind because I was trying to wake up with that again.
Oh, see, that's what I mean.
So you was trying to claim the spot.
That's
I
exactly.
wasn't trying to claim a spot. I said wake up and get that again. I mean that I wasn't trying to come back again. That
everybody know mornings.
you know that I want to get that morning. You know it's marinated a little bit.
I don't know. Like for me, morning sex don't really do it for me because I'm gonna give you the lazy dick. But like I ain't giving you the overnight dick. I'm giving you the lazy dick because I don't got the energy.
But
I'm
you're
not
not
a
a morning
person.
person, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person.
facts.
so-
You're not a morning person.
yeah,
That's facts.
so I'm just,
But to go back to what you were saying, so you know you put it down and she fall asleep. But what if it happens at your place? Because I'm pretty sure you mean like that happens at her place where she falls asleep. And so what if you at your place you put it down and she is like roll over and knock out? You like, hey yo,
I mean,
wake up, start making noises so she could wake up and start moving things mad loud like.
so
I didn't mean to wake you. My bad.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna
Pretty
say
accurate.
this. I'm gonna say this. You know, I got the greatest excuse in the world. You know, what's behind me? You know, my son. So I'm gonna be like, yo.
Jeffrey.
I'm gonna be like, yo. You know, my son is coming early in the morning, so. And I'm not ready for him to see anybody that I'm like dealing with right now. So, would you mind like, you know, just kind of leaving real quick? Cause you know, I'll see you later, but I can't have my son seeing you here. Like, he probably gonna be here by like 6 a.m. His mom like to drop him off early. You know, that's how she leaves. And you know,
This nigga
It
be
is what
having
it is.
excuses in the
I
bag.
would rather just be like, you know what? I wasn't really expecting you to spend the night. You know, this is. You know, this was
See,
cool.
there's no nice way to say that.
Yeah.
Just be like, I gotta go.
that's
to
why I
work
blame
early.
it on my son.
I'm like, I'm going to the gym at 5. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you know, 24-hour fitness.
But the truth of the matter is, if you like a person, you want them to stay. As a guy, because you want to give that full experience. Like, I want you to wake up. I want you to see.
But
like,
you also giving them the long dick too, the long stroke.
I mean, if I really like,
Yeah, if you like the chick, you're
if
gonna
you're
give it a long
attractive,
stroke.
we get something to eat. You come back to the crib, like. We got to go into detail on like how this whole thing works. Like if it's just like if it's
You
just
go
like,
ahead, because I'm interested.
If
This
it's
is
just
intriguing.
like me and Ian go to the club and he like, yo, I got these 2 joints. Like, yo, I'm taking one, you take the other. That's kind of like, all right, you got to get up and go. But if I meet you at the club, we dance a little bit after, we talking about a car, we go get something to eat, we at the diner, we kicking it, we this, we that. Then I'm like, I mean, you want to come watch like a movie or something?
Yeah, I got a question though. Like say, you know, like say we in AC, right? Say we in AC. You know, back in the day, you know, the 40-40 was, you know, popping and shit, right? And we dancing and anything, you know, niggas getting drunk, niggas falling out, and then like, you know, your mans go away, right? And then
What do you mean they go away?
Like
They disappear?
they just disappear, and then when they reappear, you know, they like kind of like locking lips and shit. Yo, like, what do you do at that point? Like,
How does that have anything to do with it?
Because he's trying to hide.
scumbag.
He's trying to start shit. Yo, he ain't shit,
You
y'all.
about to make me act like Birdman.
Yo,
I'm about to say
not
the
that
Birdman.
Like, it's not like, hold up.
Yes. Put some respect on his name, okay? Put some respect on his name.
That was like a shots fired right there.
Shots fired. There you go.
oh, my
Shots
bad,
fired.
my bad.
As we finish, as we done.
Is he ever finished?
Stop playing on my name.
That was perfect. You sounded just like him too. Stop playing on my name.
I mean, you know, his nickname in college was 50 Fox.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of 50, a little bit of Fox. You know, Jamie Foxx. You know, that's what it
Oh
was.
man.
That's funny.
Yesteryears.
Memories, man. You know.
But
Yeah, what do you do in that situation?
Now you going back to it.
my bad. Oh, back to the subject. Back to the subject.
But going back to the subject, though,
Yes.
I want to make this point. If you meet somebody on the first night and you really feeling them and y'all vibing, y'all talking, and it's like a little bit more than just like physical because like you had a good conversation. After y'all do what y'all do,
But how much conversation you really gonna have in the club though?
no, it's not the
No,
club.
he
I'm
said
saying,
after.
Oh,
let's
after.
say you go to
Okay,
the diner,
okay.
Now you coming over to watch a movie, like
Because
if
you know,
y'all,
like that didn't happen out there.
if y'all,
Oh,
y'all
wow. Back to
end up
that
hooking
again.
up, if y'all end up hooking up, you probably as a guy want her to stay because you want her to get the full effect.
Yeah.
You want her to wake up and see, you know, your mannerisms, how you get around, like if your stuff is clean. Because she coming at night, she not looking in the kitchen, and
Oh,
now
God.
you want her to see all that. Like you he got nice dishes. He got an air fryer.
Air fryer.
You gotta make sure
He
you
got
leave that air
expensive
fryer.
cereal.
Oh, he be cooking.
Yeah. You're like, he cooks for
That's
real.
funny.
He got the real oatmeal.
Not the generic brand.
Not the shop right there.
Yeah.
Now
That's funny.
You know what I mean? And I think it's the same with a chick too.
I
Like,
feel like, in all honesty, I feel like that's a Burgs thing, because I feel like Burgs does that. Like I'm a little different. I'm not gonna pull out my good stuff. I feel like Burgs gonna bring the chick back to the crib. Be like, nah, go into the fridge, yo, get what you need, and he's gonna make sure that he has all the he's gonna have the gourmet shrimps and all that shit right
You
in the
ain't about
front.
to be like, here, this paper plate.
Yeah, like first of all, you're not going in
You
my
in a hot
fridge.
pocket? That's it. Like, yo, you
well, the difference between me and Ian is this. Number one, first of all, Ian don't give a damn about nobody but himself. That's first and foremost.
Applause. Because
That's-
Ian's not going to applaud that.
That's Ian in a
That's
nutshell.
not true. That's not true.
But don't let this little scumbag fool you.
Don't let him fool
If
you.
Ian really is digging a chick, he will go all out of his way. I promise you. Ian will order
Yes, he
car
will.
service. He
Yes,
eats
he
some
will.
shit he can't even pronounce.
Yes, he will.
Ian will start wearing clothes that don't even fit him.
Yes, he will. Looking like he went into his son's closet. Like,
Ian start wearing like size 9 shoes, knowing he's 7.5.
You just gotta know what I work with.
You don't even know how to tie a tie. He has a tie on.
it's a size 9. She's sticking tissue paper in his shoe just so.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Like, this nigga got on heels.
It's that what's that shit called again? It's the heel pop. Give me the heel lift.
The lift.
Oh, you put the
give me
lift in your
extra,
shoes.
Give me
Like,
extra
you
6 inches, man. You know,
Word,
that's all I
seen it
need.
like good 4 inches. I've seen it. I've seen it on Instagram.
I remember Ian had a crush on this girl we grew up with. Yo,
We talking about middle school or high school?
a little bit of both. Because she went to middle school with us, and then she was in high school with us.
Which one?
Which one?
What's another name for Somerset?
She didn't go to high school with us.
Yeah, she did.
No,
was
she
in-
didn't. She did not go to high school with us.
She was there for like
Anyway.
a year.
The story, because
Okay,
we want to hear the
continue.
And
story.
I think she came back senior year,
No,
too.
she didn't. She stayed out. She was in Phillipsburg.
Well, anyway.
Well, I'm
This
pretty sure
nigga
she not
Ian-
know who she is.
Ian like her. Yo, we went out one time. Ian had like an English accent and everything. I said, who the fuck is this nigga? When did he turn? When this nigga turn into a prince? You know, my name is Ian Forrester. Would you like a drink? Would you like ice in your drink?
Wait, was that the night that we almost got into the fight with Puma?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Ian was holding doors and shit.
now.
I said, this nigga holding doors. The doors above his head. He holding doors.
So Ian is a finesser. He will finesse the shit out of you. Like,
You know when Ian likes a girl. I say
This
that.
is
you,
true.
You
This is
know
true.
when Ian like 9 out of 10 women know Ian is gonna treat them like garbage because he's testing them.
Yeah.
Ian is
That's
that's
right.
the one
He's
thing about Ian.
strategic.
Though. Most people look at him and think like he's not gonna be confident. He ain't got the most confidence out of everybody there. You could have a basketball player with $100 million contract. You could have an NFL player who won a Super Bowl, and you could have a black supermodel male, and have more confidence than all of them.
I always say he has a 6 foot nigga confidence. Like,
Nah, he ain't got an 8 foot nigga
that's
confidence.
facts. Like he got that's one thing I definitely
God
agree.
made me this way for a reason. I have to,
Ian
do
has
what I gotta
mad
do.
confidence. That's
Nah,
one thing I
didn't do that,
definitely
nigga.
agree.
Them Oreos after 12 did that. Them Oreos and milk after 12 did that.
You doing the same thing.
It just hit
fried
you
Oreos.
differently.
Them late night chicken shack runs did that too.
Picking chicken. But nah, see, this is the problem when we have me and Burgs here. There's a lot of history with us.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's sometimes it's too much because depending on Burgs is in a relationship now, so like I can only
Happily.
say so much without incriminating him. So it is what it is.
I mean, everybody has a past. You know what I mean? Like
know
that's
what?
that's one thing.
And instead of she
belongs to the street.
Burgs belonged to the streets back in the day.
Don't do that, cause Ian is. Cause
I
even
wouldn't say I
though,
belong there, but I had a residency.
but don't let him do that because we always say the streets are Ian's. It's called Easy Streets. It's no longer
I don't
she
feel
belongs to the
like-
streets.
I don't feel
Ian's
like I'm a
is
part
the
of the
street.
streets, though.
No, you're not a part of it. You are the streets.
I don't feel like I am the streets. I feel like I enjoy myself. I'm single, so I can enjoy myself.
And you have here's the one thing though I noticed though. Okay. You have your own definition for what is a relationship, what is
Exactly.
single, what is dating,
Okay.
and what is, I guess, a girlfriend.
I
Okay.
agree.
And that's your own definition.
I
Okay.
agree.
It's not logical. It's not like
I feel like it is
explainable.
logical. I feel like it is explainable.
For you though.
All right, so define.
Kind of universal.
I would like to know what a relationship is to you.
A committed relationship
I
is.
see now you want to ask. See this one? I'm debating. I'm just saying.
A committed relationship, is one
Who
thing.
said anything about committed, uncommitted?
I mean, there's
Just
all different
tell
types
me
of
what a
relationships,
relationship
man.
is.
Like there's all
In
different.
general, what's a relationship?
I mean, there's all different types of relationships, so that's why I specify a committed relationship.
No,
So,
because
So can you be in a relationship without being committed?
That's what I'm saying. Like
I mean,
a
you could be
when
in
you
an
say a
open-
relationship,
you could
that
say-
means
you could be
y'all
in a-
already came to like.
you could be in an open relationship.
But y'all came
committed
to
to
that
being open.
agreement. Yeah, y'all committed.
So I'm
but
saying-
So every relationship
It's
is
a
committed.
commitment.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But like, is this not a non-open? Is this an open?
But why is it gotta be all that? That's what I'm saying.
Because
Like,
there's
He
all
can't-
different
are
types of
you-
are you
relationships.
discussing that? This is my question. Are you having that discussion with the person before you choose to have sex with them?
No, he's not.
Are we open? Or are we not open?
Nah, I let her decide on the
I said
level.
prior to sex. Are you
I let-
having that conversation?
I let her decide what the level of relationship we're doing
No.
How?
Nope.
by her actions.
But what about your actions? What are your actions?
My actions.
Thank you.
My
And
actions.
that's
hey, man,
perfect
it's laws
because
of physics. Every
because-
reaction causes a reaction. So
no,
I'm
but this
looking-
is why I always say Ian would put out his actions would make a female think like, oh, he wants something serious, he wants something like committed, and it's like, nah, we just talking, but yeah, you're acting like this is something like.
Nah, I mean, we're talking. I'm getting to know you. My whole
Yes,
thing
but your
is,
talking is at a whole nother level where, like, in somebody else's eye, it doesn't look like you're talking. It look like you're committed. You're like,
I'm trying to figure. I mean, I'm sorry that you get the wrong impression, but I'm talking to you. Not every guy has the I guess, quote unquote, the intensity of the way that they talk to a person. It's facts. So the way that I talk to a person, I'm trying to get to know the person to figure out what my next move with that person is going to be. Once I figure out what my next move with that person's going to be, that's how I start to move. And then she'll know that. But if she doesn't know that and she's, I guess, oblivious to what's going on, then I have to explain, hey, I'm not really feeling you like this right now. This is how I feel. And I'll discuss it like, this is how I feel. This is how it's going to go. If you decide to keep going with me on that, on that path, that's on you. but you know what
I
what to
get that.
do.
My thing is this though, like, are you okay with you doing something and her doing the same thing on her end?
Yeah.
So if you,
but then we're not committed. If
I'm saying if you hook up with a chick,
yeah,
you hit it raw. Okay. She go back and have sex with 4 other dudes raw, and come back and have sex with you. You okay with that?
Nah, because that's not happening.
Okay,
so but how can you control that though?
No. But the thing about it is, but in all honesty, I'm not. I mean, I'll be playing around, but I'm not hitting that shit raw. Like I'm being dead ass. If I'm gonna hit something raw, it's gonna be something that somebody that I've been dealing with for a while. Because like we just both said, we are older. There are consequences to our actions now. Yeah. That we did not like. Luckily, I know our history that we was never. Fortunately, we was never a part of, and we missed a lot of things like that. So I'm bullets. Whew, thank God. So, but dealing with a chick, if I'm gonna go in you raw, I've been dealing with you for a while. Okay, so and I trust you on that level.
So then let's double back. Then my thing is this: because we're older, we got less time, right? Like we now on borrowed time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like we don't got time to waste. Why not have that conversation straight up before you even get it popping? Like, yo, what are we doing? What is this gonna be? Because I'm not wasting time. And there's women that's out there that's just like you. I swear to God.
Oh no, I know
there's women that are listening right now that are like, yo, that's the type of dude I want.
Talking to the talk.
There's N Forrester and J Forrester.
Yes. Don't forget the J.
And the J is for jump off.
Hello.
No, but I'm saying there's people out there that are looking for exactly what you're looking for, and I think at this age, it's only mature. I'm not gonna say it's right or wrong. It's only the mature thing to do is to have a straight up conversation about what it is, what it's gonna be.
See, the thing about it is, I've done the conversations before, and I feel like sometimes the conversations don't necessarily lead to the right reaction. So what I look at is, I look at your actions. I don't really care for the conversation. So I look at how you
could be misleading too.
That's true. That's facts. But it's like, I feel like people. That's gonna be next week's episode. But I have a situation where it's like, yo, like I've talked to a woman, and you would have thought that she would have been upfront with me because of our history and this, that, the other. But she's doing her own thing on the side and not informing me, but I'm, somewhat informed. So to me, I want to see your actions first. I want to see how you moving, and how you're moving 9 times out of 10 is going to show me what I need to do next.
I believe the biggest thing is open communication.
Mm-hmm.
All
but
the time.
People,
like
but niggas lie every day though. Cause like, if I know that, for instance, let's say me and you talking, right? And I know that you want a relationship, right? And I know the only way to get in your pants is to make it seem like I want the relationship too. That's what I'm gonna do.
Here's my
but
thing,
then that's not on her.
No, that's not on her. But it's like, but if we're having that conversation, like, oh, what do you want? And I'm saying, hey, I want a relationship, because I know that's what she wants to hear. I'm getting in. But if you see that I'm only calling you on the late night tip, I'm only saying, hey, what's up? Like, what are you doing? Where you at? What are you trying to do? Come through, this, that, the other. My actions is already telling you I'm not trying to have a relationship. I'm just trying to smash.
But why not just say that? My thing is, because you want it that bad, so you're willing to deceive me to get what you want.
But no. But I'm saying that's not me. But that's not me necessarily. But that's what niggas do, and that's why I said I look at actions first instead of just having that. Like, you could have that conversation, but that conversation, some chicks, literally, like Burgs was saying before, like some chicks act like dudes. All they want is the dick. That's it, and they don't really care. So they're not gonna tell you, like, for instance, I'm looking for a relationship, right? So they know that what I want is a relationship. So they're gonna tell me what I want to hear just to get the dick. just like a
Yeah,
nigga.
but that takes you from being liable. Like you don't. The worst thing you want in a
Exactly.
relationship is for a relationship to go south, and for you to think that I didn't do enough, or I'm part of the reason this relationship failed. If I straight up tell you that I'm looking for a wife, I'm looking for a girlfriend, I'm looking for a mate, and you tell me that's what I'm looking for too, but then you do otherwise, I feel confident.
That it's not your
Leaving
fault.
the
It's
situation,
yeah.
But
and
I mean,
I'm not heartbroken or nothing.
my whole thing is I'm having that conversation up front, but I'm not having it time and time and time again. I have that, like, the initial conversation. What do I want? This is what I want. I'll leave that all out there. This is what I'm looking for. After that, I'm looking at your actions. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with what I want, because to me that's redundant. We're too old for that. I need to see your actions, because your actions is going to tell me what you want, right? So that's it. Because if I tell you once, why I got to keep repeating on what?
There's an
a committed
understanding
relationship.
period too. Like there's a, like, everybody's not the same too. Like,
You
so,
right, you right.
So we gotta understand that. Like, just because you tell me exactly what you want doesn't mean I can provide what you want the way you want it. And so you gotta give me a grace period and grow with me. And that go for good dudes, that go for scumbags, that go for good girls, that go for hood rats, whatever you are. Like, you're trying to, like, you're right here. This person is right here. This person tells you, I want you to be right here. So you're going to try to get here. But you might go this way, go that way, go this way, go that way, just to get there. And so if this person loves you, they're going to help you get here. Oh, no, you know what? Go straight. Don't make a left there. Go straight. Come here. All right, make a left here. Go around that bump. Come here until you end up there. But
If you're not guiding them, they're
so
never gonna.
you have to be, like,
But
you got to be
but the
up.
thing about, to me, I feel like at this age that we're at, right? You know, we're all in our 30s, right? 30 plus. At this age, if I have to guide you, I don't want you.
Like, I'm telling you, bro, like
I don't feel like that's what I need. Like, that's the woman that I'm looking for.
there is no woman that you're looking for. I'm gonna be behind America.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, there is no perfect man or no perfect woman.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
What
that's
you
facts.
find is a piece of clay that looks good. It looks moldable, and you got to put your hands on it, and you got to start molding it. You got to see
I feel
potential.
like the clay has to already have a mold, and you're only adding to the details.
I think the clay.
That's what his thing is. He always wants something that's already like established. I feel like, just like you said, in your mind, you want somebody that's already.
See, I'll put it like this. Hold on, I'm sorry. I know I do this a lot to Sophie. I'm sorry.
The world knows. I can never get a word out.
I know, but I feel like on this point, like, me and Burgs are a little bit different, because I know, like, Burgs wants to mold. You know, Burgs is Coach Burgs. You know, you like to mold and do all those things because you want to mold
I have
and
patience.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
me, I have patience, but I don't have patience when it comes to, like, relationships, because I feel like there's certain things that should already be understood. Like, if I like you, I like you. If you like me, we like, why we have to play that game?
But not everybody
So,
have that understanding.
I understand that. And my thing is, I feel like every situation is different, and not everybody's not in a situation where they, even though they want a relationship, that they are able to be in a relationship. And I'm not going to put myself in that situation where I have to be quote unquote patient and mold them to what I want, because I have my own responsibilities, my son, that I have to take, I have to think about. So I can't put all that work in that and mold you to what I need you to be. And that's why I say, like, that's where me and Bergs are a little bit different, because I want that, like you were saying, I want that, like, already kind of like established person that knows who she is, knows what she wants, and I'm only adding to that.
Okay, question. So
Yes.
when you get to the point where you realize that, that this may be somebody that has to be molded, and this is like maybe no
She not
longer
for me.
something you want, but are you communicating like, hey, this isn't working because X, Y, and Z and stuff like that? And are you giving her time to adjust? Or are you just going to fade yourself out and just like...
It depends on the situation and depends on the person. So if the person is clingy, like I would have to have that conversation because your clinginess is going to affect me. And I would have to like be like, yeah, nah, this is not working for us. Deuces. But if you're not clingy and you have your own situation going on, your own stuff, you know, I'm fading to black because you're not gonna notice that I'm gone.
I think regardless, as the moment your feelings are established that this isn't what you want, I feel like that should be communicated regardless if the person is clingy or not.
Yeah,
that should be just let it be known, because the whole fading out thing, I feel like that's a waste of time, because in your mind you feel like, okay, I'm just gonna fade myself out, but in her mind she's thinking like, she may be thinking we're just in a rough patch.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
And maybe this is something like, you know,
I mean, I feel like if it's somebody that has like their own shit going on, I don't feel like the rough patch is valid, because if you're already like, if you have your career and you're doing this and you're doing that and you're moving a certain way, you're not gonna notice certain things, right? You're not gonna know, like, you're not gonna see that I'm slowly backing away, because you have your own things that you got to worry about. One day you might be like, damn, I haven't talked to Ian in a while, but that'll be like months down the line and when we're not talking anymore. But it is what it is. But I feel like if we're able to quote unquote still be friends and things like that, it's cool. But if we're not, then, you know, it is what it is. Deuces.
I just believe an open conversation should always be given. Like, even if whatever the case may be, just be like, listen, it's not working. You got a lot going on. You know what? You're a cool person. Whatever the case may be, this just wasn't for us.
Okay.
And that's fine. Like, and people can, like, whether she accepts it or not, at least you spoke your piece of why you felt about the situation. Because at that point, she could be like, you know what, I do have a lot going on. And then, because she could be like, you know what, I do have a lot going on, but maybe and I will work on that. You're not giving her the opportunity to notice, because like you said, if she has a lot going on in her life, she may not even realize that she's not giving you the time or attention that you're requiring. So, and if you're not like really putting that effort in, she's looking at like, well, he's understanding that I got a lot going on, not that you're trying to fade to black.
yeah.
Because I've had a lot going on in my life, and then sometimes it's like I don't even realize that I'm not giving my significant other, my partner, whoever I'm talking to, the time that I'm supposed to.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that I don't like them, doesn't mean that I'm disregarding them. It's just because it's so much at one point that I don't even realize. And then it's like, oh my bad. I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize. Listen, this is what's going on. I always try to be upfront. Like, this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I have this going on, and this is gonna whatever. And I try to be open, but just give me that opportunity so I can maybe see if I can do something. If not, I'll be like, listen, I appreciate it. I understand it. I'll keep it pushing.
I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in certain situations, like, I feel like they're the, how can I put it in a good way, in a sense? Like, there's certain times where you just got to let the person go. And not everybody understands that. Like, cause like, not even though you may want a relationship, your situation might not allow you to have that relationship. And as a man, as a woman, we have to be able to identify that and be able to move on from that. And I feel like we get selfish in a sense, because we're like, for instance, I'll say like, I see you, I'm like, damn, I want you. But like I got all this shit going on. You know, I got baby mama drama. I fucking lost my job. All these things that, that's going on. And instead of saying, you know what, let me fix my life first, and then hopefully you're still single and I can come back. But I'll communicate like, yo, there's a lot of things that's going on in my life. I gotta take a step back. I'm gonna come when things is right. I'm gonna come back. But to me, like that's the most responsible thing to do, because no romance, without the correct finances, right?
So, with that point you just made being said,
yeah,
are you one of those people that believe people in jail shouldn't be in no relationship?
Yeah, nah.
Why not?
Because you gotta fix your situation first.
So if you got a belligerent baby mama, you don't deserve to have a girlfriend? Like if my baby mother was a jerk and I got issues going on because
no, that has nothing to do with no.
But that's
you just said I got a lot going on.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things you
but,
got going on. That's one of the things you just
you
as an example.
As an example can be that could be a major problem, because
that could be a problem, but that doesn't to me.
I've seen relationships break up because.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. But if you're able to, the whole thing about it is if say for instance, fortunately, me and my the mother of my child, we're not
seeing eye to eye.
I mean, we see eye to eye. We're seeing eye to eye right now. We're cool.
Yeah.
But say if we weren't cool, right? It's my job for that not to affect y'all, like whoever I'm dealing with. So that's my problem. If that problem is now falling onto y'all, then I have to remove myself away from that, because that's not your problem. My baby mom's is not your problem.
So, but again, how can you control someone else? If it's your time to drop your son off to her,
yeah,
she's not home, and you got a date, and now you got your son and you got your potential date waiting. How is that a downfall to you? How is that?
Oh, that's not a downfall to me.
Then what if she's like,
that's my situation.
Nigga, you got too much going on.
But this
like
is
I
a
can't.
Constant thing.
No,
then
there's
an issue with her.
So and based on what you were saying earlier, that means that you don't deserve to be in a relationship because you don't have your shit in order.
But
if that happens, if that's something constantly happening, then I gotta get my shit in order. I have to have a plan B.
How can you? There's nothing
you can do. You can have a plan B.
What? Drop him at my mother's?
Yeah. Why not?
That's still not in order.
That's
not. Still blowing up your phone.
That's just a Band-Aid for the moment, because she's still going to be an issue.
Listen,
this
it's always
going to
be
be
so. I'll put it like this. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be an issue if, for instance, my baby mom's is not around and she's not picking up her child and this, that, the other, our child, and that's not it. Then my situation is when it's our time to hang out, I'm going to make sure that I have a babysitter, right? I'm going to make sure that my babysitter is going to be available. So just in case his mom doesn't pick him up, I have my babysitter. If that's my mom, my aunt, cousin, whatever, whoever it is, I'm making sure that my son is taken care of, because that's my number one priority, right? Mm-hmm. So my next step is then making sure that you're good and you understand what's going on. Now, what's going on, as long as my baby mom isn't hitting you up and trying to attack you, this is my problem. This is not your problem.
So let me.
And as long as I'm able to handle that and make time for us, we're okay.
So my question would be to you is, what if I had a lot going on in my life, as you said that they're not established or whatever the case may be, and I communicate that with you from the rip? Listen, this is what's going on in my life. Are you going to just say, like, even we vibing, we here, and then what are you going to do at that point? Are you going to decide
if we're vibing and it's not like the whole thing about it is it affecting me? If it's affecting me, then I'm going to be like, I'm going to move, I'm going to take a step back. But if you establish like, hey, this is what's going on, I'm having issues with this, and I understand, and it's not affecting me,
I mean,
I'm
anything
cool
can affect you, truth be told. Like, you could work overnight and she works during the day, and that could affect you. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're not sleeping in the bed with me. You could have a kid and she don't have a kid. Oh, you paying, you know what I mean? Like, you got to run over here. You got to go to school here. You could be in prison. serving your time. That don't affect her, and she could be like, "Oh, I need you home. It's making me lonely." Anything can affect you that you allow into effect. What I'm saying, when you love somebody, there's a grace and there's a compromise that takes place. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, you might meet a you might meet a chick that got 5 out of 6 things you like. If you turn her down because she ain't got the 6th thing, you're the idiot. Because you're supposed to be like, you can cook.
For real.
You cook. You got a great job. You're loyal. You're trustworthy. You don't lie. But you're not good with finances. Are you cutting her off just because of that?
Well,
or are you going to say, hey, you know what? Let me try to help you.
So no.
That's a big thing. 'Cause you gotta help me. Some people don't have that. Didn't have that. So then you can help them, and then that's something that y'all can work on together.
That is true. I'm gonna say with not saying too much.
Don't use no personal examples.
Yeah,
Even if it's you.
So can I say? I feel like I agree. I feel like you have a tendency that a female could have like. You could have your top 6 things that you want in a female. She could have 5. But because she doesn't have that one, it's like, okay, I'm not going to give you I'm not going to like really make you a potential because of that one.
It's not that one. It's a combination of things that's not allowing us to make it to the next level. So it doesn't mean if it's just one thing, I need to get over that shit. But if it's a combination of things where it's affecting you and it's affecting me, then that's the problem. And so that's how I look at it. So if it's affecting me and it's affecting you and it's a combination, it's not just one thing, it's not just 2 things, it's a combination of things that's going on. Yeah, you need to handle that shit over there.
I could agree with that if you're saying it's a combination of things. But I just feel like we as people have like a standard. Like we have a list. I've got female customers that come in a barbershop that have
you have a list.
That have no, you know how
I know you have a list.
After I had my last relationship,
I know you have a list. I know how picky you.
I was super picky.
First of all, nigga, you've always been picky. You've always been picky, but I respect that though, because not everybody is. You have your standard, and this is what you want. This is your identity.
Okay, with me being picky, what else have I always been? Single. So that goes hand in hand.
But my thing is this though: not everybody is worth your time.
You're right, 100%.
And so
right.
there's probably been plenty of women that have come your way that was not worth your time.
But there's probably been plenty of women, and you know it too. You've even said it to me.
Yeah.
Burgs, what's wrong with her? And I'm like, oh, da, da, da. And you like, bro, you just being picky. You just, cause you.
But I also feel like you was, not going into real personal things, but I feel like you was holding out for one particular person, and that was it. That's just my opinion.
Here's what I will say. I had my blinders on like a horse at a race. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't able to see any good in anybody. I had my viewpoints, and I was like, no, it's got to be perfect in order for me to jump in it. And it took me years to realize that there's nothing perfect out there.
No perfect woman.
Like you have to find a woman that you can love. Meaning like she meets the criteria you looking for. Mm-hmm. in a broad sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you're looking for a nurturing woman, she's got to be nurtured. If you're looking for a understanding woman, she's got to be understanding. If you're looking for a playful woman, she's got to be playful. Once you have that base, then I think from there, it's like we've all pretty much said, open communication as to what I want, and you guys meet each other halfway. Because I'm sure you're not at the, even though you got a lot going on for yourself, you've done a lot. You're not at the full potential you could be.
No, of course
not. There's a part of you that could probably be a millionaire.
Yeah,
there's probably that part of you that could be a million, but you never know. Your future girlfriend or wife could be that missing link to bring you to that.
Yeah, you're right.
So she
You
can't
right.
look at you and be like, "Oh, this nigga only making 80,000." Like, "Oh, nah. I need me a nigga that's making 250 or better." Like, I had a chick say that in the barbershop, and I'm like,
You're stupid.
"You're single.
Yeah.
No wonder."
This is why you're single.
Like, yo, you looking for like, yo, he gotta be at least 6'2", like he gotta make this, and I'm like,
when I hear a chick say that, that puts my
Lord.
little fucking.
his pettiness.
I'm the same way.
I'm like,
tall,
all
and I be
right.
like,
I'm gonna try to.
No, he would like, because he say, "Oh, I want a 6'2" nigga." Now he's gonna be like, "Okay, now I'm gonna make you like change your mind about a 6'2" nigga."
It's
Times.
a challenge. It's the
Nine out of
challenge.
10
Now
times.
I'm going to show you.
but 9 out of 10 times you're lying.
Yeah,
You're lying.
because
if I tell you I want a supermodel, I would need my chick to be a 10 out of 10. That's a lie.
because
No
it'll be
nigga-
like, how many girls have you had that was a 10 out of 10, or how many niggas that you had was a 10 out of 10? Like,
Exactly.
no, yeah.
Like, what are your own like? Can you meet that level? Like, you want this? Are you close to get? Are you with? Or what they
Yes.
want? Like,
Do you know
come
what
on.
comes with
Exactly.
that? Do you know what insecurities come with dating a chick that's a freaking video vixen? Do you know what the amount of like guys looking at your girl, the attention she getting on Facebook,
The baggage.
and she,
Comes with baggage.
people in her
IG.
comments
And they don't even-
disrespecting you,
Telling
and
your
all
age
that.
when
and,
you
then-
saying
and now
Facebook.
you pressing her because you like, yo, why are you saying thank you? Why are you LOL?
Oh my god.
You know what
I
I'm
had
saying?
a guy like that. I had a guy, some dude commented under a birthday post and said "Happy birthday" with heart eyes. Mind you, that ex, he didn't even have Instagram, but he still saw it and was like, "Yo, who is this?" All he said was "Happy birthday" and heart eyes, and I didn't even respond to it, and he was still upset about it. So it was like, what the heck is going on? What the heck is happening right now? Like, I don't get it. It's like, you have to. I agree. I agree.
I think people have these high expectations of what they want, but they don't have the qualifications to get that.
Oh.
They don't. They're nowhere near who the person they want will want.
That is a fucking gem that you just said, because you are so fucking right. You were so
That's
fucking
what what's
right.
his name be preaching. Kevin
Cool.
Samuels, and
Yeah.
and they hate on him for saying that, but that's the one thing I agree
Sophie
with.
don't like Kevin
That's-
Samuels.
That's
But
the.
I agree with that though. Like, yo, you can't want to go to Harvard. You ain't got Harvard grades.
Exactly. I agree
But
with that.
it's-
I just don't like his approach and how he handles.
I mean,
things.
his approach is what gets him views. That's really what it. That's really what it is. But his message
The message, yeah.
is
Some.
deeper than that.
So
Yeah, but I feel like the end conclusion is like, I feel like you just have to communicate, and in the moment of time where you realize, that person is off, or you're not 100% feeling that person in the moment, I feel like you still should communicate that and let that person know, and allow that person to either switch it up so they can now like give you what you're looking for, or decide for themselves to like, I can't give you what you want, I'm gonna walk away. But if you're not communicating that, if you're not letting that person know, like, hey, like, I know we've been kicking it for a while, but now I feel like we're in a space where like, I'm not really liking how we are in this moment. I'm not liking, how we're moving. I feel like things are off, and maybe we need this. You have to communicate that. If you're not communicating it, then it's always gonna be a lingering issue.
yeah, definitely. And I also think that even if it's not necessarily the change for you, that maybe you might be giving her the opportunity to see something that she can change for someone else, something that she may not have even noticed.
But why want you?
other nigga?
But not like that, but like that could,
I mean,
it may not, but not
I
for someone else, but just for myself.
No,
like,
I
it may
understand
be
what you're
something that I
saying.
don't even know that's an issue. So now, like, going forward, I need to be more mindful of how I treat others. What's going on?
Every relationship should be not a L if it doesn't work out, but a lesson.
A lesson,
Yes.
yep.
So you should take something from, even if it don't work.
Yes, and I feel like we should end off on that one, because every relationship, you know.
So I mean, just based on tonight, I found out Ann ain't shit. I mean, I've known that.
I'm so happy Burgs is here because I've been saying this for the longest.
About 25 years of not
Ladies,
being
if y'all
shit.
hear any excuses about him and he has to go get his son or his son is coming, run. At this point,
Hey.
nigga ain't shit. He ain't shit.
I'm
And I've
just
been
saying
saying
the
it for
only
the
time
longest.
it's only if you're trying to spend the night. If you're not trying to spend the night, we good. If you're trying to spend the night, yeah, I ain't
I
shit.
feel like that should be the title of the
Nah,
show.
you make them
Ian
walk
ain't
down 3
shit.
flights of steps.
That's it right there.
You really gonna make them walk down 3 flights of steps?
Yo, 4 in the morning.
At 4 in the morning.
Like,
Hey man, you
Ankles
need
all
your
fucked,
first
feet cold.
of all, you need your exercise, yo.
If you ever been to Ian's
You know.
house, you know them flights upstairs are
Hey man, I'm on the
third
bro
floor.
man on the 3rd floor. But nah, you know, I really enjoy this. So, you know, I'm definitely gonna, you know, I'm gonna need, you know, Torin to come back. Cause you know what, the funny thing about it is, right, when she sent me her number, like her name and her number, I read as it Torian, right? So I'm like,
You like,
damn.
what nigga is texting
I'm like,
me?
wait, Torian. I'm like, wait a minute, because I was sitting next to a chick all night.
I remember no
I was
niggas.
like, wait, you know, not against, you know, if she was trans, but damn, she fooled the shit out of me.
This episode
yeah,
is
he
flagged.
definitely was like, I did not know when I first read the name. I'm like, really? Like, you must keep going check my neck. Like,
What is it? How you spell it?
like Lauren, but with
It's
a T.
Lauren, but with the T.
T-A-U-R-I-N.
But I read-
So you went to school with a Torian, that's why. So that we could think Torian.
Yeah.
Tarian.
So I was like, what? But then
But
I
you
was
see
like,
how
all
the
right.
clarification right there, like Lauren, but with the T. So when I say that, now you look at you look at my name, and it's like, okay, now I see it.
You look at
Yeah.
it differently.
look at it
Just a
differently.
little bit. And I, you know, I'm appreciative of that. Thank you. But you know, I thank you for coming. And Burgs, again, thank you for coming because
Yes,
you
sir.
know we did
Yeah,
have a good
definitely
time.
have to come back.
And yeah, I
enjoyed
want
this
both of y'all.
conversation.
I want both of y'all to be back. You know, it's definitely, you know, a good conversation. You know, different subjects next time. You know,
Yeah,
even though
definitely.
I learned a lot about Ian. I ain't know.
hey, you know,
You learn he ain't shit.
Clearly.
you learn something new every day.
He tried to give up all the old stories and shit. I'm like,
He out here trying to
First of all, I
expose
didn't get-
niggas like.
First of all, I didn't give up any stories.
The
I just said,
deflection.
you know, I was giving hypotheticals.
Deflect.
I was giving hypotheticals.
No.
You was coming down on him. You was calling him out.
that nigga had me on
Like-
Maury Povich today.
I thought it was gonna be, you know,
He was trying to set you
Montel. I
up
was
for
trying to be
that.
Montel,
I thought his memory was bad. Nigga must be taking sea moss and shit.
You know what it is?
He
You know,
eating his elderberries and everything.
the funny thing is, you know, before we go, you know, Burgs is, you know, sometimes my barber. You know, a lot of times, like, you know, I be cutting my own hair, so if my shit's fucked up, that's
And when
on
he
me.
does,
That's on me. When my shit's on point, that's on him, right? But growing up,
Oh shit. Here we go.
so this is why Burgs doesn't get a tip from me, right?
he don't tip you when you cut his hair.
He
That
barely
nigga told me
eat.
don't eat yellow snow. That
Don't let the door hit you.
The thing
The
about
good
it
Lord
is,
split you. That's your tip.
Burgs barely even gets the full payment. I'd be like, the fuck? I'm not paying this. So, you know, it is what it is. And I respect him, you know, he still takes my time. You know, when I put the request on, he, like, you know, he doesn't deny it. He says, yeah.
I be thinking it's Jeffrey. That's why.
So, you know, it is what it is.
And then,
But-
and now that you know that, he gonna start coming with Jeffrey and be like, nah, it was actually for me.
But you know what it is though? There's been times, you know, when Burgs was coming up, Burgs had me looking like Karl Malone. That shit was.
It's the
that's-
progression. It's the
So
progression.
the story Ian talking about, I think we was like in the 6th grade, and I don't know what. I wasn't even into like cutting hair or something. But I think I had like my dad's clippers downstairs.
Definitely
And
did.
Ian lived like down the block, so I'm like, yo, come through. So he comes through.
We
I'm
had
like,
first of all, we had the 8th grade like dance. Yeah,
but the nigga comes through and I'm like, he like, yo, I need a cut. I ain't get a cut. I'm like, yo, I can
because he
cut
been
you.
saying first of all, Berg's not even going. Berg's is embellishing a little bit. Berg's was like, yo, I got you. I got these clippers. I'm gonna cut you up.
He was hyping himself up.
I ain't gonna lie. I was looking real raggedy.
He didn't look like the kid from Different Strokes. He had that. You know how the young kids who
I was looking raggedy. I was looking raggedy. It's facts. It was facts.
Yes.
It was facts. He's telling the truth.
So Ian comes through. I put a chair
I need a picture of
outside.
that.
I hook, like,
We in the backyard.
You got the little outlet. I'm hooking it up, and I'm cutting in. Now,
He
mind
gave me
you,
a big razor.
Let him finish the story.
this is the thing, like, I didn't know, like, what a calic was. That's like when you got the swirl in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
So Ian has one up front. You can probably see it still. He still got it there
right here.
in the front. So I'm like, fuck it. All I know is you put the guard on the clipper and you just go like this. So I'm going with the grain, like cutting it down. Ian had like that little mini afro. Like, Ian looked like, this is what Ian hair looked like a nigga that did like 6 months in the county. Shit was curly, like the sideburns was fuzzy and shit.
It was.
You ain't even give him a foundation.
Maybe this is why,
had a
because I always
foundation.
tell Ian he should go out his hair because he has really good curly hair. Maybe this is why, because you had past trauma.
So I'm cutting this shit, right? I get to the front. So I go over, I'm like, fuck. That shit took more than usual. I'm like, yo, I didn't even move the guard. Like, it's the same. But I didn't realize he had a calic. So like, I was like, oh. So Ian, like, he trying to look back. I'm like, nah. I'm like, sit still. Like, now I'm holding sit still. I'm not done. He was like, what happened? He was like, don't take it too long. I'm like, nah, I got you. Like, I'm gonna hook it up, though. This how you get waves. You know how you lie. You gotta tell a lie. Like, nah, you want waves, right? This how you get waves. So now I'm like, all right, there's nothing else I can do. He got one patch that's light and the rest is dark. Fuck it. I took the guard off. I just opened blade. I'm like, this I know it's gonna be even if I do this. This is the Ginsu. I take that shit. And you're like, yo, it's getting kind of cold out here.
Reminds you, it's like it's about to be summertime. So
It's like I'm feeling mad breeze in my scalp.
I'm like, nah, Ian, everybody got this cut. Like, yo, you gonna be fly.
Not everybody got this cut.
I finished. He like, oh, let me go in the bathroom. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, yo, my dad about to come on. I gotta put these clippers in.
Don't look at no mirrors on your way home.
If I'm not mistaken, I think one of our friends like was riding a bike or something.
yeah.
I think was it Casimiro, the Asian kid?
Nah. It was he passed away, Charles.
Charles?
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody came and hopped the fence and looked at Ian's hair like, yo, like, damn, why you cut that shit so long?
He had the almost bald
yo,
thing.
Ian was so mad, yo. He was mad.
But
at
the
me
thing
for
about
like
it
a
is,
month.
hold on. The kicker is it, right? He's only talking about like the regular clippers, right? This nigga didn't have like the T-line. So this nigga had like a fucking big razor. It was lining me up.
Not a big razor.
Boy, Steve Harvey though. That thing was back, but it was Steve Harvey sharp.
That shit was like a fucking U.
Yo, Ian, the whole time after I was done shit, I knew it was fucked up because Ian looked like he was excited the whole time. I'm like, yo, why your eyebrows so high? But it was because I pushed this line so far back.
Oh my god.
It's the why your eyebrows so
It
He
was
was walking around like, yo, what happened?
But the thing about it is let's fast forward that like who was like what 13, 12, 13, right? At that age. Let's fast forward to like we're like 20 something, right? I'm at his shop. I'm like, yo. He's like, yo, what you want? So playing field. So I was like, he was like, Burgs was like, yo, what you want? I was like, yo, give me the usual. He was like, I got you. I, put it on, whatever. Now, if you're, you get your hair cut a lot, you start to fall asleep, whatever, you start dipping off. But there's a time limit on your haircut, right? After usually my haircuts only last a good 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Bing, bang, boom. I'm like, wait a minute. This shit's been going on for a good 45. Why is he still using the regular clippers? Why is he lining me up? So I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna think nothing of it. Maybe there's just a lot of niggas in here and he's talking, whatever. So I'm still dozing off, going whatever. So then he gets the line up, whatever. So then he's like, all right, you're done. Now, usually as a barber, you get the mirror. You let the person see it. You be like, okay, it's good. All right, here's the money, right? He was like, all right, get on the chair. I was like, yo, where's the mirror at? He was like, nah, somebody else. I'm like, it's right there. So he was like, fuck. So he grabs the mirror, he gives it to me, and I'm like, yo, the fuck? Where's my hair? This nigga gave me a fucking DMX ball, nigga. And I was like, yo, what's going on?
What was you lining up?
Yo, I think I forgot about his calic again. And I had to improvise. But yo, Ian fucks up sometimes too, because Ian like to fall asleep a lot.
Hey, man.
And one time,
Ian falls asleep.
and this is the thing.
Everywhere.
So one time, I'm shaving Ian up, right? And this nigga starts falling asleep, and I'm like,
Oh,
yo,
he
Ian.
went.
No, I'm like, yo, Ian, come on, right? So I'm shaping up his little beard and shit. So I go to do his mustache, and Ian's falling asleep and woke up and said something. So one side was Pepe Le Pew. So now I gotta make the other. Yo, it was literally 4 hairs just hanging over. And I'm like, yo, you did that. It's not on me. You gotta have
That was your fault.
I be looking at him I ain't paying for this shit. The thing about it is I'll be like, nah, I ain't paying for this shit. And I'll sit there and I'll talk to him for you be like, yo, you gonna pay me? No.
So then I had to lie to him yo, you should just cut it off. All niggas is not wearing mustaches.
It's the new style. Everybody rocking it like that.
Meanwhile, Burrs got a fucking James Harden over there. Ain't nobody wearing a mustache anymore.
But can we just shout out for the progression? The progression is all about the growth. You can now say you help him because in order to learn.
My first cut.
Yeah, in order to learn, you have to learn from your mistakes, and you had to be the punching bag for his greatness.
I feel you because
passion. He gave you your passion.
Ian was definitely my first cut. I'm not even gonna hold you
I'll put it like this though, Dwight Howard is not getting the same cut as me. I'm just saying that right now, Nobody on the Eagles was getting the same cut as me.
But mind you help him get facts. But you help him get to that level because he had to make those mistakes in order to be great.
You're right.
So
look at your hair like that. So much nice.
And don't come in when it's appointment time. He just walk in.
First of all, I've been working on that. I've come in on. First of all, hold on. Fuck that. You talking about my appointment time,
and that's the end of our show.
Yes,
you talking about this
thank you for watching the new normal podcast. Comment, subscribe.
This nigga, first of all, you forgot who controls this shit. This nigga's not there. This nigga's not there at when I would say, for instance, I'd be like, nah, put your hand over there. This nigga's not there when I schedule an appointment. This nigga will not be here. And I don't know if it's because it's me.
Founder is drunk and belligerent at this moment.
He does not know what he's talking about. He's now making.
Not reflect the views.
Now, if you go to House of Blaze, shout out House of Blaze.
House of Blaze, 600 William Street, Piscataway.
Yes, if you go there and you go on the app and you schedule an appointment with Burgs may be next door ordering a fucking sandwich. So we're just gonna put it out there. But anyway, getting back to
ending the show because we went past over time.
We way past, but it was fine. Hopefully y'all want to come back.
Definitely.
And do you want to shout out anything else?
Follow our Instagram page _house. At house of _blades _
Yeah, we'll have that right underneath.
Yes.
You have
It's
your
showing up
Instagram.
right now.
You wanna? It's like nah.
It's just snacks.
Just snacks.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a nickname that probably sticks just because of you.
Yes, it will. And again, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Our YouTubes are on our Anchor, our streaming services. Keep
Everything,
following.
all the links is on Instagram. So
Yeah.
go to our Instagram.
Do what you
You
gotta
find
do.
our link tree, and it has all our links to everything
So,
there.
with that being said, this is
This is the new Normal Podcast.